I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So I ain't even gonna cap. Got to give a big shout out to Kirk Cousins, man. No doubt. you still owe. You still owe for that fourth and eight, Kirk Cousins. You hear me? But definitely got to shout out Kirk Cousins for the way he played. He won a big prime time game. Now, do I think he will lead the Falcons to a Super Bowl or a deep playoff run? No, but I don't wish him. I don't wish him no harm. Glad he balled out. Glad he did good, man. He stood in there. First of all, let's get right into the game. The Atlanta Falcons offensive line trench play, spectacular. Oh man, spectacular. Run game, they had what, not over 100 yards rushing, heavy. Protected Kirk very well. Run block, pass blocking. That last drive of the game, the winning touchdown drive, they protected him perfectly. The Eagles got no pressure. And even during the game, they were banging with the Eagles back and forth. There wasn't no bully session. There wasn't no bully session at all. To me, the coaches outcoached the Eagles late in the game, especially. But the trenches. And are we really shocked? Are you shocked? People thought this was what was expected from the Falcons coming into the season, correct? Everybody talks about their O-line, how great their O-line is. Going to get Kirk Cousins. They're in a win now mode. So they go and get Kirk Cousins. They think he may get them over the hump or make them a playoff team. Which looking from the outside, looking in, watching the game tonight, what they did to the Eagles, how they beat the Eagles, they're definitely a playoff team. Why wouldn't they be? Now we'll see if they're consistent. They made some mental errors. You got to question some coaching calls and the defensive minded coaching Kirk Cousins down the stretch. And you know how Kirk is, playoff time, especially playoff time. So it's still a lot of questions about the Falcons. But tonight, they performed very well, and I'm very impressed. I was very impressed with their O-line. D-line, yeah, they got some names here and there. They got some big boys, but they're not super dominant up front on the defensive side of the ball. But they have athletes all over the field. Their secondary, very great, solid. Jesse Bates, still to do interception. They got cornerbacks, long corners, athletic cornerbacks, fast, fly to the ball. The linebackers can run. The weakest point on their defense may be their trenches up front, maybe the edge. They have a solid team, but I don't think too many people will be shocked at this outcome. You probably didn't think the Eagles would lose, but competitive, the Falcons were expected to be a competitive team. That's why they made the maneuvers they made, correct? Oh, yeah. And I don't think Kirk Cousins is taking no team to the Super Bowl, but he can get them to the playoffs. Oh, yeah, he can get them to the playoffs. And I got to shout out Kirk, man. I don't wish him no harm. He still owe the Vikings. He still owe for that 4th and 8 heavy. He still got over. You hear me? And we playing in what, October? We playing in October, right? We're going to beat that ass, Kirk. We know you. Flores know you. You hear me, Kirk? Oh, no cap. Period. Bottom line, point blank. Yeah. But this was a great game, man. Defensive game. But the Falcons have a team. The Falcons have a good squad. If we're going off tonight and the roster, yeah. I mean, people act like people wasn't talking about the Falcons and their O-line. How big they were, how much they can maul you and run the ball. That's facts. They look very good tonight. Very good tonight. That's where the games are won, homie. That's where the games are won. I was very impressed with their O-line. Pass blocking, how they kept Kirk clean for most of the game. They kept him real clean, and you got to keep Kirk clean. That's what Kirk can do, huh? We know that as Vikings fans, huh? That's what Kirk can do, huh? But it won't always be clean. That's the good question with Kirk. What happens when it gets unclean, when he starts getting touched? What happens in playoff time? The real big lights come on, huh? We know Kirk. We know what Kirk is going to do. But tonight, give Kirk his props. With respect, man. Shout out, props to Kirk, man. I wish him no harm. But you owe for that 4th and 8, but you going to pay. You going to pay. You hear me, Kirk? Oh, yeah, you going to pay in Minnesota as well, homie. In Minnesota as well. You're here. Big SKOL here, SKOL Facts Falcons. A great win by the Falcons, man. An upset, definitely an upset. The Eagles, Jalen Hurts had a bad pick, right? Coaching, you can question some calls. You know what I'm saying? But the Eagles, they're tough up front. They're mean in the trenches, dog. But the Eagles can be beat. You saw the holes in their armor. They didn't have Brown tonight. So so I'm sure that that affected them, but you got to be able to win with your best player being out, homie. The Vikings did it right. You know, you're a great team. You got great depth. You can win when your best players goes down, dog. The Vikings just beat the Niners with Brendan Powell, Naylor, huh? Tristan Jackson at the receiver position, huh? So yeah, no excuses, man. That was a great game, though. But the Eagles got out coached down the stretch, got out physical, out man down the stretch, especially in the trenches, man. Especially in the trenches, dog. Heavy, heavy, dog. But the Falcons, you know, they could make some noise in the South. Say you got them, the Saints. Yeah, it could be very competitive. Very competitive. The Saints look very good. The Saints look very good. The NFC might be making a total 360. Might be some new teams out in the front. New teams out in the front. You hear me? That'd be very interesting. Very intriguing, huh? But the Eagles, yeah, they just, you know, blew the game, kind of, man. Didn't make the big plays. They could have put him away on that 3rd and 3. Saquon dropped the ball. Perfect pass by Jalen Hurts. Saquon. Big players make big plays, right? He dropped it, dog. He catch that ball. You seal the game. You seal the game, homie, right there. How much they pay Saquon? How much they pay Saquon, huh? I'm gonna check some of these stats as well. Yeah. 1 second. Let's get to those stats. But they came with it. Hold on. Passing, Kirk Cousins was 20 of 29, 241 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. He was sacked only once. It's very impressive, dog. Very impressive. And he looked like he was moving a little better. Still a statue in that pocket. But the Falcons, I got to give them credit, homie. I ain't gonna cap. The way they protected Kirk, if the Vikings protect Sam Darnold like that, oh man, it's gonna be real spooky, even more than it was the Niners game, homie. Heavy, but big props to that Falcons O-line, homie. Yeah, run blocking and pass protection, huh? Kirk only sacked once. Come on, huh? 4 rushes, -1 yard. You know, Kirk ain't running. But yeah, man. Kirk really outdueled Hurts as well. You know, outplayed better than Hurts down the stretch, man. Go to the Eagles, we check out Hurts stats. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts was 23 of 30, 183 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 interception, bad interception as well. Sacked. He had 85 yards rushing touchdown. You know that's what Jalen Hurts do, though. Yeah, the Eagles, they just got outplayed down the stretch. Yeah, they didn't make the big plays when they needed to, homie. They gave the game to the Falcons. And Kirk and the Falcons took advantage of it, homie. Yeah. But if that old line ain't protecting Kirk like that, he's not standing in the pocket. But that's what you do. That's how you put Kirk in the best position to win. And shout out to the Falcons. Guess that's the reason why they went and got Kirk, huh? That just shows you their potential, Kirk's potential. I don't believe in Kirk down the stretch, playoff time. So I ain't really tripping a word off the Falcons anyway. But I ain't gonna lie. You know, happy for Kirk. Got his, primetime victory. He killed the noise for one night, huh? For one night. Yeah, man. Shout out Kirk, though. But you still owe the Falcons, my boy. Highway robbery, Kirk. Highway robbery, my boy. Yeah, the Eagles got outplayed. I don't know if they took them lightly, but they got outplayed. And the Falcons definitely have talent. Definitely have talent on them. Period. You know, a lot of people just expected the Eagles to dominate, similar to how people expected the Niners to dominate the Vikings up front. Heavy. Yeah, period. But they came in and played hard. That's NFL football. That's year to year is different, week by week, dog. Take it week by week, huh? Eagles fans was mad. Eagles fans was mad. You hear it? They booing them, man. Eagles like that. You booing them already? I get it. I dig it. High standard, right? High standard. But man, we game 2 in, you booing your players like that? Ooh. Tough fans, huh? Some shiesty fans too, though. Heavy, my boy. That's my opinion on it, man. But you see the NFC, very talented. The Vikings are right there. You telling me the Vikings are one of the best teams in the NFC right now? To see them this Monday night, the Eagles are very beatable, huh? The NFC wide open, homie, wide open, heavy. We're gonna see though, man. Let's get it, man. Gotta love it, huh? I don't know how you feel about the video. You agree or disagree, man? Are you happy for Kirk? Mad at Kirk? How you feel about Kirk, dog? Yeah, SKOL VIKES, big SKOL, man. SKOL VIKES forever. Win, lose, or draw. Heavy. Yeah.